G'day, Flotjet here. This issue's feature story comes from a recent trip to the equatorial wilds of Raja Ampat in eastern Indonesia, where we spent a month exploring the reefs surrounding the famous karst limestone islands of this beautiful region and its amazing people. Over the course of around 80 dives, we saw many extraordinary critters, but one moment that really stood out was the sight of two large camouflage groupers hanging vertically in mid-water at about 15 metres on the reef slope. At a distance, it looked as if they were in a serious fight, but as I approached, there was something strange about their fishy embrace. They were utterly still, passive even. Over the space of a minute, I approached them to within 2 metres, and I could see quite closely that their jaws were overlapping in a mutual grasp. There was no struggle, no aggression, and when this bubbling aquatic ape came too close, they simply released their grip and retreated to nearby ledges in an unhurried fashion, with no sign of damage. Later on the same dive, someone else saw them at it again. I was intrigued by this behaviour, so I sent these pictures to some of my fishy colleagues, asking if anyone had seen this before. As it turns out, it's pretty common in the fish world. In the absence of arms and legs, fish are quick to let their mouth do the talking. Here's a coral hind doing something similar on the Great Barrier Reef. And these anthias, relatives of the groupers, are also prone to a bit of fishy kissy. And here are some giant hawkfish hard at it near Gorgona Island on the Pacific coast of Colombia. Anywho, the consensus from the fisherati is that this is a challenge behaviour among males setting up territories prior to spawning. Nature may be red in tooth and claw, but most animals try to avoid getting damaged in the trials of life. By what subtle insinuation the winner is determined in these passive mouth-offs, we'll probably never know, but it's quaint to watch. Many reef fish aggregate to spawn at places we assume are favourable launch pads for their larvae. So if you see this kind of thing while diving, it may be a clue that you are near a potential spawning aggregation site. If you want to know more about spawning aggregations and the importance of their preservation, check out this URL. Flotjet out.